In this video, what I'm going to do is take you through the second part of the timetable. So I'll just quickly recap from the first one. We went across these top line of buttons and I described what each one did, and you can always go back and review that video. So what we're going to do today in this video is look at these bottom buttons. Now, if you have the first version of the beta testing of this, there's going to be a few little changes which I've made, and so don't worry if it's not exactly like what you're looking at. The next file you get will be looking like this. So the first button here is which will take you, and this is one of the changes, this will take you to directly to the student contact card, and that'll show you whatever contact is currently being viewed, and you can book a lesson from there. So the idea is that if you want to book a student in for a lesson from the timetable, just click on that button and go straight here. You would have to move through if you didn't have the right contact. So in most cases when you're going to book a lesson, the best way to go about it is to come to the contact first, the contact list, find the contact you're after, so whoever that happens to be, and then go into the edit box here on the bottom right, and then from there you can start to book their lesson. So that's the best way to do it. So let's go back to the timetable. That's the first button there. The second button here is the Finder window. So what this means is that when you click on there, you can see it changes. So we've got this list here. So you can find whatever you like. So whatever you choose from these categories that are clickable, you can search. So maybe you want to see all the casual lessons. You don't need it because you've got a button up here, but just if that was a category out of there you wanted to search, you could do that, and there's only one there, so that would find that. Another option is that you might want to look for students of a particular level. So if you're looking for all these Junior 1 students, click on there, press return, and you'll see it'll bring up only the Junior 1 students, which is great if you're looking for a group. If you're trying to find a group for a student to fit into, that's one way that you can do it. And you can even do multiples. So you could say, well, I want Junior 1 classes that are being run by Emma, and click there. It'll only show me the ones by Emma. So it really narrows down on whatever it is you're looking for. You might even want to narrow down so that you want Emma, you want Junior 1, and you want it to be on a Monday. So go there and it'll show only those ones that meet the criteria. So it's very, very handy, very powerful way to find exactly the information that you want, and that'll be a big one that you'll use there. So that's right there. So now what we want to do is we want to have a look at the next button, which is about deleting a class. This is not deleting a single student unless there's only one student in the class. It actually deletes that whole class. So all the information. So if we look here, for instance, at this one here, there's no teacher on there. I'll just put Emma there for the minute. So we've got this line here, and we'll say that Junior 2. So if I wanted to delete that whole line, all the information, the time, the day and the time will stay there, the time remains, but it'll delete all the information. It makes it very quick and easy for me to get rid of that whole booking. And all I do is click on that red cross, and then it asks me, do I want to do that? Am I sure? And yes, click OK, and you can see all the information is gone. The time stays there because we keep all the times, but we delete that appointment altogether. Now, if you just want to delete a single student from a group, you don't do it that way. You don't click that cross because that'll delete the whole group. What you do is you simply hit the cross next to their name. So where we've got a group class here, and I'll mark that as a group, then what I can do here is I say, well, I don't want Clara to be in that class anymore. She's not there. Then I just click on that little cross next to her name, and that deletes her from that class. It doesn't delete the class though. So very important distinction. And you might make a mistake once or twice, but you'll soon learn when you can't find your group. Now, the next one here is for really a printout. So it doesn't print from that button. What it does is it goes to a screen that's printable. So the idea is you bring it here and you look at that and go, okay, yes, I want to print that out. You might want to print it for one of your teachers. You might want to have a printout that you can look at because you don't have a computer in front of you in your classroom. Or you might want to, as will happen sometimes, is that a student might say, well, what classes have you got on a Monday? And then you can click that there, and then you can go to the PDF and it'll show you the empty times. And again, using the power of the find option, you can pick let's do that. Okay, let's just go back to the find here, and let's say that we just want to find what classes that Emma is doing on a Monday, and we'll just here we'll say groups. We'll just say we want to know what groups Emma's doing on a Monday, and then we go there and it shows us that she's only got one group there. It's 7 o'clock. But normally you'd get a list, and then you could go to the print here, and it would print out all those ones. So then you could show the whoever wants to see that, whoever needs that information can do. But from a student point of view, if the students want to know what available times you have, then you can quite easily just click any day here, and it'll bring, on the green ones, it'll bring up the days. So you can click any of those, and it'll give you those times. All right. So the next button here is the export button. So if you want to export whatever you're looking at, so for instance, if I want to export the Monday timetable, I can export that as an Excel sheet, and so that'll bring it up. I'll see if I can just show you here quickly. It opens it up as Excel. Just take a second to load. There it is. So there you've got it as an Excel sheet if you want it for that in that format for some reason. Okay, moving along. The L1 button here is that if you go to your settings, there is an L1 link here, and that's what in there you can put whatever you like. And the idea to have a quick link on there on your timetable is that it's something that you might need to go to. It might be your Acuity scheduling. It could be some other app that you use in conjunction with your timetable, and so it just puts it there in front of you, so it's very easy to click, so you don't have to go off the timetable to find it. This one here shows, interesting one, it shows you all the times that there is no teacher allocated there, so empty times. So you might have a new teacher starting, or you might have a teacher who's going to do another shift, so you're looking for some times that you can book them into to take those times. So that's what that's for. And then there's YouTube. The idea of the YouTube videos is it's just going to take you to a video of this timetable. You'll probably be watching this video right now, but it'll give you instructions on the timetable, and anything else that's associated, you'll see a playlist there as well. So the idea of that is just to give you some instructions, video instructions. So that explains that bottom line. I'll just quickly explain these two. I think I did it in the last video, but just to give you another overview of it. Here, this will allow you to find a particular student. So if you're looking for this particular student here, then you click on them and it'll show you only that student listing, and then you hit the red cross here, and then it'll go back to showing everything. The other is to find a teacher. If you want to look up the particular teacher, then same again, it'll just find that particular teacher. Again, you can clear it off. So on the first version, it was a little bit different. So if it looks a little bit different on your version, it means you've got an earlier version of this file. But now we've got that as both find a student and find a teacher, just to make it easier. Okay, so that's a wrap.